Okay, so for this one, the first what I have is the input, obviously, so that we get the number of rows desired. So it's while true, so until it breaks out of the loop, basically, it'll check every time at the start for whether it's equal to 0 or not. Uh, the rows input rather up here. So if it's equal to 0, then there's no rows and there's nothing to calculate. So it won't do that. It'll break out. So that's our loop exit condition. Down here we have mouth ceiling. So this is calculating like um, the maximum number of columns to use based on it's rounding up because of math ceiling, casting it to int, and to avoid integer division here, so that we actually get a good round, we are doing 50.0 divided by rows instead of just 50. Um, Over here we have rows and columns, just like formatting the output. This is creating the character array. It's two-dimensional, so we have two brackets. It's based on rows and columns. Um, Pair count. So this is going to be incremented every time we go through the loop. So until we get to 50. So for I equals 0, so I is less than rows, so it's going to do it rows however many rows times, which will be input up here. We will do I plus 1. So this is going to give us the left side of the output. So it's going to be 1 colon 2 colon 3 colon. It's going to, so that's our row number. Then we have our columns. So and there it's inside the row loop, so that we get everything assigned properly to the correct point in the array that it's supposed to be at. Pair count, if pair count is less than 50, which it should be at the start because it's set to 0 up here, it would do all this. This is going to create a random character, random lowercase character, it should be. And then we have, it's going to be, the character produced by this randomness is going to be put in wherever, at whatever point in the loop we are at. So it should be 0, for instance, for this first one. And then it'll be 1, and then 2, and then so on and so forth. And then it's going to output that with surrounded by two parentheses. And then increment pair count so that we move to the next loop. Or rather, not so that we move, so that it'll eventually exit the loop. And if pair count is greater than 50 or equal to 50, it will do this. So it won't output 1. So that's how we get exactly 50 pairs. It'll just do nothing. System out println is going to put a new line after all this, and then it's going to count however many pairs we had. So pair count plus pairs total.